Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. There was a new Marvel Darkhold Diaries teaser that Aubrey Plaza just flat out dropped the other day, so I'll explain what's going on, what it's a teaser for, and what's going on with the Darkhold during this series that they're filming. There were also a couple of new scenes that dropped that teased the return of Billy, the adult version of Billy, Scarlet Witch's son. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. Of course, I'll do episodes for it when it releases, and I'll explain how this is all connected because they're all getting pretty meta with the series. The actual series is for Agatha, Coven of Chaos. The reason why she's taking a picture of this banner is because it's for one of the episodes that they're filming, like the earlier banner that they posted a picture of saying Agatha of Westview, which was meant to be a parody of Mayor of Easttown. So they're pairing different types of genres and different types of movies with different episodes, the same way they kind of did that during Wandavision, where they started to break the fourth wall and make you think that you were inside other shows, like shows within shows within shows. In the Darkhold Diaries, font is made to be a parody of the Princess Diaries, like it's the exact same font, and during that episode they'll just clown a little bit more on the Princess Diaries. The vibe is sort of like Agatha all along, but during WandaVision. Like the show was WandaVision, it was all about Scarlet Witch, but for a brief moment they sort of broke the fourth wall, had a funny moment with Agatha all along where she pretended like it was her show the entire time. The other super meta joke here about the Mayor of Easttown reference to Agatha of Westview is that obviously Ralph Bohner, version of Quicksilver inside the MCU, bit of a magic-based spell version of Quicksilver with Evan Peters coming back playing a joke on his original version of Quicksilver, but he was also a big character during that Mayor of Easttown series. The actual show is Agatha, Coven of Chaos, but it sounds like they're going to be doing this with the different episodes. Maybe not every single episode, but a lot of the episodes. The fact that this episode title is The Darkhold Diaries just implies that a lot of it will get into the history and the lore behind the Darkhold in the MCU. They've actually told a little bit of this during Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and WandaVision.
Did you know there's an entire chapter devoted to you in the Darkhold? That's the Book of the Damned.
During the comics, the Darkhold was created by Chthon, the god of chaos, who's the person who gave Scarlet Witch her chaos magic when she was born. He was part of a group called the Elder Gods that was banished from Earth's dimension many years ago in ancient times, and he used the Darkhold as a way to try and gain access to it again. His whole thing across history up into the modern era of comics was trying to use ways to get back into Earth's dimension so that he could take over again. One of the other ways was to give Scarlet Witch her chaos magic and use her as a sort of fulcrum, a backdoor to get back into Earth's dimension. The way they explain the Darkhold in the MCU after Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is that the Darkhold Temple was created by Chthon in ancient times, and it was like the one source for all the different Darkhold books across the multiverse. All the Darkholds were copied from the inscriptions all over the walls of the Darkhold Temple.
Eons ago, the first demon, Chthon, carved his dark magic into this tomb. These same spells were later transcribed into the Darkhold.
Scarlet Witch was meant to be the one Scarlet Witch amongst the entire multiverse. So like there are many Wandas that have access to chaos magic, but only one of them would ascend to become the Scarlet Witch, like the most powerful version across the multiverse. They kind of teased this during Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, is that Chthon had intended for Scarlet Witch to use a being like America Chavez to gain access to the multiverse, to take over the entire multiverse using the Darkhold Temple, then after which Chthon would take control of Scarlet Witch's mind and he would gain control of the multiverse. To make another Wandavision Agatha Harkness joke, it was Agatha all along, except in this case, it was Chthon all along. The way they're explaining the plot of the Agatha Coven of Chaos series is that it's the Salem 7 versus Agatha, who's trying to protect Joe Locke's character, who's supposed to be the adult version of Billy that's been reincarnated. In the Salem 7 are trying to get revenge on Agatha Harkness for everything that she did against them across history and gain control of all magic because Billy is destined to become the Demiurge, which is sort of like this godlike being that controls all magic, making him just as powerful, if not more powerful, than his mother, the Scarlet Witch. Elizabeth Olsen is supposed to cameo during the series, but they didn't say how she's going to do that because obviously she didn't die at the end of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Like this one, there's a red flash. If you don't see the body, it's a comic book movie, that means she's still alive. I don't think she's supposed to physically come back, like fully come back until Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty. So the way they include her in Agatha Coven of Chaos, it might be in flashbacks, just referencing things that happened in the past, how Agatha escaped her prison, the returned adult version of Billy's relationship with Scarlet Witch. And of course, the title here, The Darkhold Diaries, is just telling you what Agatha did with the Darkhold across all those centuries, because the Darkhold did rest with her for a long time. We got a couple flashbacks for Agatha's origin story, but it sounds like at some point after that, after she killed her own mother, her own coven, then gained control of the Darkhold, she went around going after other covens of witches, which includes this one that Aubrey Plaza belongs to that are going after her again for revenge. But during this series, Agatha Harkness is the main character. She's the protagonist. They're playing her like more of a straight-up anti-hero, trying to help Billy Kaplan protect him from Morgan Le Fay and find out why they want him, her rogue coven of witches, in the larger machinations of Mephisto at play, because reportedly he's going to play a role during the series. Like, they'll actually finally pay off some of these Mephisto jokes. If you didn't see the last couple of years, reportedly, Sacha Baron Cohen has been filming different scenes as a version of MCU Mephisto for different upcoming series. The brand new scenes we got to look at are of them filming at the Westview Mall. You can see them here with Billy Kaplan, who's going to be the Billy Kaplan persona, at least at the beginning of the series, before we learn what's really going on with the character. Billy Kaplan is really technically quote-unquote Billy Maximoff, played by Joe Locke here. He's the one that was posting a lot of these clips, these pictures, so many thanks to him. If you zoom in and enhance on this one scene of them walking through the mall here, you can see the QR code in the background with the message that says "Be an Insider." That's meant to be another one of their huge Easter eggs with the QR codes that they've been doing in all the series. They did it in all the She-Hulk episodes. They've done it in a bunch of the other Marvel Disney Plus series where you scan the QR code and you can get free comics. Let me know in the comments which free comics you think they're giving away with these QR codes in the Agatha episodes. Maybe some Agatha Harkness specific comics, maybe some Young Avengers Billy Kaplan specific comics. You see Agatha at the regular Westview Mall with him eating snacks, talking as if it's a normal day in the neighborhood. She's dressed in contemporary casual clothing. It doesn't look too gothed out, which means she might still be in full-blown Agnes mode when this happens, under Scarlet Witch's spell. In this different scene, there's a Westview police car, which seems like it's part of the larger mystery that Agatha uncovers as she's slowly remembering what Scarlet Witch did to her with the spell and uncovering the plot to steal Billy. But the main idea during the series, like the main part of the story, is Agatha trying to keep Aubrey Plaza's character, Morgan Le Fay, and her coven of witches away from Billy, played by Joe Locke here. Morgan Le Fay's rogue coven supposedly is the one that's connected to Mephisto, and the whole idea at the end of Westview, like the big teaser here, when Agatha told Scarlet Witch, "You're going to need me for what's coming, you have no idea what you've done."
You have no idea what you've unleashed. You're gonna need me.
If I do, I know where to find you.
Wait.
That was tied more to what's happening with the multiverse, Avengers 5, Kang Dynasty, the collapse of the multiverse, all these incursions that they started teasing during Marvel Phase 4, like during Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, with other larger magical beings like Mephisto taking advantage of the chaos. Like right now, I think the idea is that Mephisto is still trapped in his own dimension and seeking a way into the main MCU dimension. They teased that a little bit during Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness when they were traveling through the multiverse. They traveled through one of the hell dimensions where pretty much the entirety of New York, like this entire reality, had turned into a version of hell, like everything is on fire. Part of the idea is that Mephisto wants to take over the main MCU dimension like all the other higher beings across the Marvel multiverse. And it sounds like based on the plot, he's trying to use Morgan Le Fay's coven, whether they know it or not, to take Billy for himself, use his power to take over the main MCU dimension. Because if it wasn't clear from all the Wandavision episodes, Billy has basically the same types of powers as Scarlet Witch, like he can warp reality, he's meant to be an incredibly powerful magic user. And just like in the Young Avengers comics, Billy is destined to become the next Demiurge, this omnipotent magical being, basically like on the level of what you would expect Scarlet Witch's powers to be, like this multiverse level power that could theoretically control the entire universe. It sounds like if they're actually using Mephisto as part of this series, that's why he really wants Billy. Like, that's the real reason. And the same reason why Morgan Le Fay's coven would want him too. Like, they would want him for his power. It just sounds like if they are using Mephisto, he's actually playing everyone. Like, he's lending them some power, but also really trying to play them. During the series, they also will address what happened to Scarlet Witch. Like, there's this big rumor going around the magic community in the MCU. The Scarlet Witch has died, and they'll start to explore that. And at some point during the series, we will see the new origin of Billy and Tommy being reincarnated into the bodies of Billy Kaplan and Tommy Shepard, like we saw in the comics. It sounds like they'll be doing more Scarlet Witch crossovers with the X-Men in Marvel Phase 7 and beyond. That was one of the things Elizabeth Olsen said that she wanted to do that they had not been able to do yet. Like, she wanted to do more X-Men crossovers, and a lot of Marvel Phase 7 and beyond will be like really hardcore X-Men stuff. Also sounds like a whole bunch of Young Avengers stuff too. Let me know in the comments, though, what else do you want them to do during Agatha Coven of Chaos? Like, obviously, Agatha is going to continue to be a big character in Marvel going forward. But essentially, it's kind of like a sequel to WandaVision. Most of the characters, like the normal townspeople that starred in WandaVision, will be coming back during Agatha Coven of Chaos. It's just like normal townspeople in Westview. And it sounds like at least the first couple of episodes, or maybe just the first episode, will tease the same thing that happened at the beginning of WandaVision, where like Agatha slowly wakes up to the reality of what's actually going on. Like, wait a minute, why is everything so weird? Oh, wait a minute, that's right, because I'm Agatha Harkness and I'm super powerful. And we'll see her slowly breaking free of Scarlet Witch's enchantment while she uncovers this larger mystery with Morgan Le Fay and what's happening with Billy Kaplan. Because they're filming, we'll be getting a whole bunch more footage real soon, so of course I'll do more videos as we get more scenes. If you have any big questions about what's going on during the series or like other big Marvel Phase 5, Marvel Phase 6 stuff, just write it below in the comments. The next big Marvel series is going to be Secret Invasion. Of course, I'll be doing episode videos for that, just like all the other big Marvel Disney Plus series. Make sure you enable alerts for my channel so you don't miss that. Everyone click here for my brand new Deadpool 3 video with Wolverine, and click here for my brand new Captain America 4 first look video. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.